Hey everyone, today I'm excited to share with you what I think is a hidden gem within the homeschool curriculum. And it is a high school elective called Auto Upkeep. And the reason why I'm calling this a hidden gem is because I have not seen anyone share about this on social media, on YouTube. I didn't even know about this course. I don't know anybody personally or even on social media that has ever used this course. I actually found it by doing a Google search a couple years ago for high school electives, and I stumbled upon the christianlight.org website, and they had a list of a lot of different, very practical um, electives for teens in the high school years, and Auto Upkeep was one of them. And I thought, you know what, that might be a good option for one of my kids in the coming years. So this semester in the 2024-2025 homeschool year, this second semester, my son is going to be taking Auto Upkeep. We just got it in the mail a few days ago. I've been looking it over and I am so excited about this course. Now, I want to tell you a lot more about the course. I'm actually going to turn the camera around, give you a look inside the textbook and the workbook, tell you what comes with it, how it all works. I also want to share with you some of the different options that you have for purchasing it, because you don't have to get a physical copy. There's other options as well. And I want to let you know where you can purchase this curriculum. But first, I want to share kind of my excitement about this curriculum, because like I said, I think it really is a hidden gem. So first off, if you go to their website, which you can do autoupkeep.com, or just autoupkeep.com. When you go to their website, you can access some free online samples of their curriculum, a whole unit that you can access for free to look through. And so that's obviously very helpful to do. And I'm going to give you a look inside as well, so you'll be able to get a better idea of what it's all about from this video as well. So I was, of course, excited about that, to see what was in it and have an idea of what my son would be doing. But when I got the curriculum in the mail, there were a couple things that jumped out at me right away that made me think, I love this. This is really cool. First of all, you get the textbook, and I got the workbook. And the first thing that I noticed was that this is very good quality. This is very nice paper, pictures in here. This is a good quality textbook and workbook, especially for this is a family run business, and so they do their own publishing, and I was just impressed by the quality of the material I got. As I tell you later, you're also going to get if you purchase the physical one, you'll get a USB drive, so I got that. But what I was really excited about was that there was information in there to help me not feel so overwhelmed about the curriculum. It just walked me through what I needed to do. I don't know about you, but I've been homeschooling over 20 years. I've used a lot of curriculum, and there's sometimes when curriculum comes in the mail and I just feel overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start in terms of figuring out how to use the curriculum. Not with this curriculum. They included a piece of paper here that told me exactly what to do. It said, the first thing I need to do is to read this, and then the next thing was to read something else. It walked me through what I needed to do to understand how to use this curriculum with my student. It also came with this here, and I will show you it in more detail in a minute, but it has this little roadmap here of kind of how the curriculum works and what your student needs to do to work through it, the steps that they will take to work through it. So I just found that it was super easy to understand how the curriculum worked and how I could implement it, and changes that I could make as a homeschool mom if I wanted to add things or leave things out. Very user friendly. So I was really excited about that. The other thing that I thought was wonderful was on the USB drive here, there was so much extra stuff that I was not expecting. Of course, there's the normal, tests and exams and answer keys on there, but they had a lot of additional information and things that you can print out and resources. So one of the things on there was a course syllabus. And what was so nice about this course syllabus is that they offered it in PDF to print out or in a Word doc. The Word doc you can edit. And so if you are someone who likes to keep a course syllabus for your high school courses that your student is taking, it's already there for you. And the Word doc one, you can go in and edit it. If you want to add some things to it, you want to delete some things, you can go in there and change that to fit exactly what your student is doing, especially if you have to have like course syllabuses to submit with the homeschool program that you're maybe with or in your state or something like that. So I thought that that was a nice feature, not just to have a summary of what the course is about, but to have one that we can go in and edit as parents that will better fit what we're actually doing with our student. Of course, in there is also a course schedule, and they have two options for course schedules. They have an 18-week and I believe a 36-week option. I will double check that in a minute and put it down here, but there's two options. I think it's 18 week and 36 weeks. Both of those options give you a full credit. It's still a 1-year course, even if it's taking them a short amount of time. Or it's only over 18 weeks. So it's 18 weeks, but they're going to be spending more hours per day, more time per day doing it, or they can do it over a 36-week period, and so they'd be doing a little bit less each week. But it does total 135 hours, so it would equal a 1-year credit. Now, of course, like I said, the Word document here for the course schedule, you can edit. And so you can take things out if you want to make it a half a credit like we are. We're just going to do a half a credit course is all we need. And so there are things that I can take off of there and not have my student do. There are things you could put into it. I love that you have the option of editing it. And so I just thought that is something that is rare. I have not seen that before really with curriculum like this, especially electives, where I can go in and edit the schedule for my student. So really, really loved that. Another feature that I saw that was included on this USB drive that really blew me away that I have never seen before is it has PowerPoint slides on there. Now, as a homeschool parent in my home, I probably wouldn't use those PowerPoints. But if I wanted to use this in a co-op setting, what a great resource to have. That makes it so much easier for us as homeschool moms or dads or grandparents to be able to teach a homeschool co-op class and not feel so overwhelmed. Maybe there is a parent out there or a grandparent that would love to teach this course in a co-op setting, but maybe they're not the best at actually teaching. They love cars and they love talking about it, but they're not the best maybe at getting things organized and teaching. All the information, all the resources that a teacher would need are available. So many different options and things that you can do, resources that you can make use of, and PowerPoints for teaching the course as well. So I just think this is a hidden gem because there really is so much. They thought about every little detail, what homeschoolers might need, and have put all of that into the course. So with all of that said, let's actually jump in and talk about what the course is actually about. So what is Auto Upkeep all about? Well, like I said, it's a high school elective course, and it really is covering things related to automobiles that every car owner should know. Now, I have to say, I don't know a lot of stuff in here, and very thankful that my husband does. But I'm looking through this going, I can learn a lot. This would be a good thing for me to work through as well. It's just basic information that any person who owns a car should know about maintenance, light repair, auto ownership, and just how cars work. So Auto Upkeep comes with three different components. First off is the workbook, and I will turn the camera around and give you a look inside of this in just a minute. It also comes with a workbook as well, and then there is the USB drive with all of the instructors' information that the instructor will need as well. Now you can buy this curriculum in the actual print physical copy, which I have here, but you can also buy it virtually and get an ebook and an e-workbook. And I'll talk more about that as well. They also have an online academy. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So let's flip the camera around and I will give you guys a look inside the textbook and the workbook and kind of show you the general path or steps that your student would take in completing the assignments in this curriculum. So let's take a look inside of the textbook as well as the workbook. First off, I want to just apologize for the shakiness of the camera. Usually when I film these types of things where I'm giving you a look inside the workbook, I have a setup where the camera is set in place, but I'm just holding my phone right now with my hand because I just don't have the energy to get that whole setup set up. So just bear with me. But before we look into those, I just want to show you right here this really helpful guide on how to teach auto upkeep, what the steps are. So you'll get the textbook and the workbook, and the first thing your student is going to do is read the chapter out of the workbook. Then, if you want them to, they can watch videos. And this is the amazing thing about this course, you guys. They have so many resources online. So for each chapter, there are numerous videos that your student can choose from to get a little bit more information about the topic that is being covered. And you can have them watch one of them, all of them, some of them, or none of them. That is up to you. But they're going to read the chapter, they're going to watch the video, then they're going to answer the study questions, which are found in the workbook. I'll show you that in a minute. They're going to complete the activities that are also in the workbook, take a test, which you will find on the USB drive, or in, if you get the virtual version, that will be in the Dropbox link. And if you are doing the academy, that will be taken online. And then they write in their daily log, and that's in the appendix, I believe, of the workbook. And so that's kind of the process that they would follow for each chapter that they read. All right, let's start by looking in the workbook here. And the first thing that I want to make you aware of is all of the features of this text. They have put so much thought and effort and into this textbook. So there are QR codes to access different resources online. They've always got like a little fuel for thought. They let the student know what the objectives are. They've got lots of illustrations, step-by-step procedures, warnings. I mean, there are just so many things here in this workbook that they provided. There are web links for outside things that your student could search for if they want more information. There is stuff about career paths, different apps that might be helpful. So there is just a lot with this curriculum. And like I said, they also have videos on their website that go with each lesson as well. You're going to get the textbook, instructor resources, the workbook. Like I said, on the internet, there's additional resources there. And videos. So wanted to make you aware of that. And this is the sweet family who wrote this curriculum. Now, first, let's look at the table of contents and see what is covered in this curriculum. And again, I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. I'm just trying to make do and get videos out to you as I can with all the health issues I'm dealing with. So please just bear with me. But we've got introduction and how cars work, buying an automobile, automotive expenses, repair facilities, back up here to the top, safety around the automobile, tools and equipment, auto care and cleaning. Okay, let's flip over here. Got fluid level check, electrical system, lubrication system, fuel system. And like I said, these are, you can see these online as well. If you don't want to look at them with my shaky hand, you can find these on their website in their sample. Cooling system and climate control, ignition system, suspension, steering, and tires, the braking system, the drivetrain, exhaust and emission system, alternative fuels and designs, automotive accessories, and common problems and roadside emergencies. And then they've got different things in the appendix for your student. All right, let's take a look at Chapter 14, Suspension, Steering, and Tires. We've got that QR code, Fuel for Thought. There is the introduction and the objectives for your student that they need to meet in this chapter. And then we've got what they are going to be reading, as well as lots of pictures, visual pictures, and this video you can find on their website. If you get the ebook, this link would be clickable and take you right to it. And of course, these videos are embedded in the online academy if you choose that option. All right, so here we have another part of Chapter 14, another page of Chapter 14. We've got a tech tip. There's another video suggestion there for you. Okay. They've got a suggestion here for apps. Again, that would be clickable in the ebook. Web links over here. And then here's the list of the activities that they're going to be doing. And here's something on career paths as well. Since we looked at Chapter 14 in the textbook, let's go ahead and look at Chapter 14 in the workbook that they would do after they have read the chapter and watched some videos. So here's a QR code and a Think Safety. Again, here are some objectives, online resources, and the chapter activities, and some things that they could explore on the web if they want to, or you want them to. These are the study guide questions that they would be answering here. And then after the study guide questions are the activities that they would do. And so here's one activity, and it is so clearly laid out with the objectives here, as well as the tools and supplies, cautions, and then very step-by-step instructions here. And there's pictures to go with it if, if there's something that they obviously would need pictures for to be able to understand the instructions. Okay, so here is a second activity for Chapter 14. Again, we have our objectives and the procedure, and then a place to write all the information that they're gathering there with that activity. One last thing that I wanted to point out to you is that in the steps that your student takes to complete a chapter, the last thing there is to write in the daily log, and that is found in the appendix of the workbook. So this is the back of the workbook, and in here is the daily reflection log. The other two things I wanted to show you that are also in this log, in the appendix, are where your student would do the article website and video review, as well as the career exploration activity. So a lot of things here in the appendix section in the back of this workbook. I hope getting a look inside of the textbook and the workbook was helpful for you in seeing if this might be a good fit for your student. Remember, they also have a sample unit online on their website. You can check that out as well. But I wanted to share with you the 3 different purchasing options or different ways that you can get the curriculum. So first is the homeschool curriculum kit in the traditional print. And so that is what I have here. You get a physical textbook, workbook, and then the USB drive with all the instructor information and resources that the instructor is going to need. But there is a virtual curriculum e-kit option as well. And I'm just reading off of my computer here so I make sure that I get you the accurate information. So the virtual homeschool curriculum e-kit includes the e-textbook and the e-workbook. And then you have access to the same files that are on this instructor USB, but instead of getting an USB, you're going to get all of that, these resources through a Dropbox link. So that's the virtual curriculum kit. So you're getting all of that, but it's just virtual textbooks, workbooks, and then a Dropbox link for everything that would be on this USB link. Now there is a third option, and that is an online academy. And this option is more web-based. It's not just getting a virtual ebook and workbook. It actually has more interactive lessons. Videos are embedded into the course. The tests are taken online and graded online. And then there's audio recordings of the text in an actual human voice, not an automated voice. And so any of the text online can be read to the student. It is a self-directed, self-paced course, and there's just a little bit more interaction to it than just getting the e-textbooks and e-workbooks. I did reach out to Auto Upkeep and told them that I was going to be doing a review of this and asked their permission to be able to share the inside of the workbook and textbook because those are copyrighted, and I do ask permission before I do these types of videos. But they were kind enough to offer me free access to the online academy just so I could get a feel for it and be able to share better with you. And I'll say that I was very impressed with the setup of that online academy. They almost made it kind of like a game. I don't want to say like a game, but how do I put this? They set it up in a way that as the student completes assignments, they get mileage, I believe it is, and over time they're traveling across the United States to different historical places, and there's information about the historical places that they're traveling to. And so as they're moving through the course, they're moving through the US map to different places, and there's information about that. And like I said, all the information and things that they're doing are going to be online. Tests are taken online. So it is a great option for students who prefer doing more interactive things on a computer. So that is a great option as well. Now, where can you actually purchase this curriculum? Well, of course, you can get it from their website, autoupkeep.com, or homeschool.autoupkeep.com. You can also find it on rainbowresource.com, which is a great place to buy homeschool curriculum. They also sell it on christianbook.com and Amazon, and you can find it at christianlight.org, which is where I first discovered this course through a Google search. So I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, I really think this is a hidden gem within homeschool curriculum. You know, when I started homeschooling over 20 years ago, there was not a lot of options for electives for high schoolers. It was pretty much they can take foreign language, or you have to create your own course or take something through the community college. And so I was really excited to find this Auto Upkeep course because it is really for any student who plans on owning a car and driving a car one day. So Let me know down below what you think of this course, if you think you might actually use it. If you've used the course or you know someone who has, share it down below as well. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another video.